Hello people and welcome back, and yes, I'm going to make another video, and it's unfortunate it's going to be in this style again. Really not feeling up for making a video, but kind of want to make a video at the same time. Unfortunately I've got that dreaded lurgy that's going around, that COVID, so I've kind of just getting over that at the moment. So I've got a lot of sniffling and a bit of coughing and everything like that, so this I can cut off any bad ones that happen maybe, or probably be too lazy to do so and forget to, but never mind. But yeah, that's also given me a bit of extra time. I've kind of been stuck in this house for the last week, and I'm kind of getting a bit antsy now. I just want to do something a bit different than playing video games and flipping working and stuff like that, because I am still at work. Because fortunately I can work from home, but unfortunately, but yeah, anyway, that's kind of given me a little bit of time to be watching people on YouTube as well, and I've been enjoying quite a few videos just recently. I just thought I'd do a quick shout out of some of the things that I've been watching. So first up, I've been watching Champion 2D Rob. People know of Rob, obviously, but yeah, he's started to make a new set of videos recently, and he's just started collecting for the Sega Saturn again, but for the Japanese import. I say again, he's not collected for the Sega Saturn yet. It's a whole video outlining him getting into the Sega Saturn, which is really cool, as it's one of my favorite systems, and it's just, I don't know, beautiful. And his pickups are just incredible, like some of the best pickups I've seen. In fact, I think his pickups video probably won YouTube for a long time. It's just incredible, that good. And it's not even just the pickups, it's the way he talks about them too. So yeah, if you don't know Champion 2D Rob, which I don't know how you don't, go over to sub to him. But yeah, also with this COVID, I've kind of like not been replying to everyone's videos and stuff, because I'm just rubbish at replying at the moment. So I've watched a lot of videos just recently, just not necessarily replied to them all. So apologize for that. That's why I'm kind of doing this as a bit of an apology. Next to the scene, we've got Red7, who is a YouTuber, fairly new YouTuber. I think he's been watching YouTube for quite some time. But yeah, his collection is incredible. Like, I've never seen something as amazing as that. It's just arcade machines everywhere. Not everywhere, but like a good amount of arcade machines, and just systems set up ready to play. Really enjoyed his content just recently. Again, a very big import collector, so he has got a lot of import stuff, but he just talks about games in general. So it's not just, if you're not into your imports, by the look of it, I think he does collect a lot of other stuff as well. He collects a lot of the American games. I suppose that is importing it, but it does translate well to what we collect for as well. Really enjoying his channel, really good guy. So that's Red7. And then another fairly new YouTuber, but not as new as Red7, and that is Import Video Games. Import, probably should have done some research on this and actually wrote it down. Import Video Games. I'll put a little banner of some kind. But yeah, he is taking YouTube by storm. He's a great community player. Always watches all of my videos if and when I put them up, but I always see him knocking about on everyone else's as well. And yeah, great comments as well. So really good, knowledgeable guy, and it's just great just listening to his little stories that he has about all the games that he's been talking about. And just as I'm making this video, I believe he's just uploaded a room tour. So yeah, two great room tour, I'm assuming great room tours for Retro Red, because what's his, yeah, Retro Red, it's in my head now. What's his name? The first guy, oh god, the Star Wars reference. Yeah, this is COVID. My brain's normally addled as it is, but even worse now. So yeah, put the names there. Two great room tours. Go check them out. And yeah, let's get on to showing some pickups then, shall we? So all these stuff is all like retro inspired. Fidget wants to come jump up here and say hello. Retro inspired. Well, I say inspired. It is all retro. And yeah, let's, instead of talking about it, let's go show it. So I've been showing a lot of books just recently. So let's show the first one. We've got the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the NES. Now, I got this from Doncaster Market, so I've been wanting this book for ages, but as you can see, it's quite heavy and it's from America. So just postage alone, it was like 20 quid, I think. So I just kind of dismissed it. But at Doncaster Market, I picked this up for 25 quid. So I think that is an absolute steal. So yeah, this is all about the NES. It's again predominantly American. It's by Pat the NES Punk. I'm sure everyone knows what this is, but yeah, this is it's just really good. It's just a really good sort of bit of resource and stuff like that. But then it does talk about like the UK games somewhere along the line, the Power games, and I don't think it's got Japanese games. But yeah, just lots of information, and it's really good just to read about everything. So yeah, really cool. And yeah, it's another one of these flipping really super heavy books I seem to be amassing just recently. Next up, last book, we've got the Guide to the PC Engine. Now this is a bit of a fail, as you can see, well, maybe notice. So this is by Geeksline. These actually do other books. They also do an NES one as well, but obviously the detail in that is a lot more than this, I think. But yeah, if you've noticed on the front cover, eagle-eyed of you, you might have noticed, yeah, I've not bought the fucking English one, have I? What an absolute retard. But yeah, again, the information in here is incredible. I don't think the UK one is out yet unless you've got the Kickstarter one. Unless you got the Kickstarter, you wouldn't have got this just yet, I don't think. I think that's what the problem is. Now, someone I know picked up the Kickstarter one, and that's what made me go out and get it straight away without even thinking. But yeah, again, this has just got like so much information about PC Engine games. At the moment, I'm really happy with this. I mean, to be honest, I don't do much reading in these books, but yeah, there's so many sort of like games featured in here. It's incredible. So yeah, really another great book. And as well, in true Eddie tradition, we've got some smut in the book somewhere. Although this doesn't have as much smut as the UK one. It is missing a few of the actual articles by the look of it than what's in the UK one. There's actually less pages in here than there is the UK one. So I am actually looking forward to upgrading this book eventually. But for now, I'm actually enjoyed flicking through this, even though I can't understand a word of it. So next up, I'm going to do my pickups, just showing off like the different developers, console manufacturers. That's the word I'm looking for. First up, I'm going to do Nintendo. So yeah, also at Doncaster Market. Again, some of these I've actually forgotten about because I've kind of put stuff away and stuff. I got Super Return of the Jedi, which I would love to get these boxed, but I've kind of come to the realization if I find them cheap enough, I'll grab them. So obviously, cool little platformer. Where was this from? This was from Predator Games. So yeah, cheers to that. Next up, we've got Fortified Zone, which I got from Lewis Wishwash. He said he was going to do me a deal and like actually like took an extra 10 quid off me. I was like, that's not a deal. But yeah, that was quite funny. But yeah, Fortified Zone, this is really cool. This is one I've been wanting for a long time. So this is sort of like a isometric running gun. So a little bit like, I don't know, not like Commando because it's like horizontal, but like sort of like Commando, but horizontal kind of run and gunning. And then we've got Primal Rage, which actually is quite a good looking game for a Game Boy game. I never had this growing up, but I definitely would have loved to have probably given this a go. Although I was quite snob for fighters back in the day. It had to be fast and furious or it wasn't for nothing. Next up, we have got Picross for the DS. I love Picross. So I've been wanting these. I won't mind getting all the Picross games eventually. But yeah, for 2 quid, you can't grumble. Got this while game hunting with Corbana and a few others. So yeah, really pleased to get that. Next up, we have got from Basabi James. I think I might have talked about this before, like on a live stream or something. But it's the Barcode Battler 2 interface. So this goes into the Super Nintendo, and you can play with the Barcode Battler. I think it works for the UK one, although I think I need some software for it to work properly. Because, like I say, this just goes straight in there, and it's just the interface. But yeah, pretty cool. But once I do get the software, I'll be able to play this. This is really cool. Something I've never even seen before, But a buddy of mine, Matt, he bought like a sealed box of these, a retail box of these, which had a few of them in, I think 4 or 5 or something. And this was sealed, but I opened it up. I actually did try and make a video before, but I just felt really rough. And yeah, I'm feeling a bit better, but still not good enough. But yeah, I opened it up. These, like I say, these were sealed. And yeah, it's kind of a bit, I was really excited as well, but like when I opened it up, it felt so underwhelming because yeah, all it is just a few cards. So obviously you get like weapon cards, and then you get the monster cards and stuff like that. So, and then obviously you got the barcodes on the back to scan them in, and it'll give the correct stats rather than just attacking your cornflakes in the morning like a lot of us did. That is how you can play a little bit of Zelda on the barcode battler. Obviously it doesn't put any pictures in or anything, but yeah, no, I think it's really cool. Yeah, these are not cheap. These are really not cheap. So for a bit of cardboard, it's a lot of money, but I do want to get around to playing it, and I want to do it on the Super Nintendo as well. I'd love to be able to try and see if I can get it to work on the SNES, see if I could understand it, because in the end of the day, I think it's just going to show up like stats and stuff, so I think you should be able to get through it without much understanding of the Japanese language. But either way, that's cool. That is really cool. It's a cool little oddity, and I love them kind of things. So next up, also from the where is it from? Doncaster Market, I got Motocross Maniacs. This is a game I've been wanting for ages. I think I talked about this when I did my Game Boy collection. Yeah, it's one of the games I wanted it back in my collection. I say back in my collection. I had this as a kid and played the hell out of this with me and my mates, just trying to get as far as we could without dying. Yeah, just a lot of fun. It's a lot harder than I remember, but still a lot of fun. Definitely worth grabbing if you've never played that before. Next up, a bit of Super Nintendo. This was a bit of a CEX roulette. I was going to take it back, but do you know what? I think, yeah, it's salvageable. It's got Johnny joysticks, which I think is sort of like Sheffield way, or used to be Sheffield way, according to Pete Fighter. Pete Fighter mentioned it because I did a bit of a sneaky CX roulette with just them guys. Yeah, it's the box, it's a bit crushed and everything like that, but do you know what? I think that's quite salvageable. The only thing that let it down and what I was going to return it for is the fact it had no manual. So yeah, it comes with the car. It's a bit grubby, a bit yellowed. I'm not really that fussed. It's one of these games I actually really wanted. I remember seeing it in the magazines and stuff and thought that looked really cool. It's one of them games by Interplay that like was used on the Claymation sort of engine, like how they did Clay Fighter and everything like that. So it's in the same ilk as that, and I just was really enthralled by that sort of like graphics and everything like that. Another game from James Bisabi. James, this is one I bought, so it wasn't a gift. And when I asked him to get it for me, he was like, why the hell do you want that for? And you probably think the same as well. So it is Sanrio World on the Super Famicom. So yeah, why do I want a kiddie girl game? So when emulation first started becoming big and a lot of people started doing it, probably in the early to mid 2000s, a lot of the girls that I knew back then was all into like the Sanrio world, Hello Kitty and stuff like that. It was absolutely huge. So when I was looking for a load of ROMs, I picked it up and played it just as a bit of a laugh. I thought, I didn't think much of it, but do you know what? This is actually a lot of fun. So if you look at the screenshots, this basically is sort of like a pared down version of Windjammers. It's like a SNES friendly Windjammers. So obviously it's not as powerful as a Neo Geo or anything, but like this actually plays really well. It's quite a lot of fun. So it's basically, I think it's called Sanrio World Smash Ball. And yeah, it's probably the most expensive sports game I'll ever pay. pay for. But like I say, I played this quite a lot on emulation back in the day. I didn't even know what Windjammers was or anything as well back then. It's only something that's been in the last 5 or 6 years I've even heard of Windjammers. So yeah, this to me was my first Windjammers style game. There is another game as well like this on the Super Nintendo, and it's got like a cute dog on the front. I wouldn't mind getting that as well, but I can't remember what the name of that is. But yeah, thanks for that, James, because like I said to you, even though it looks weird and sounds a bit strange, that is a really good game. Really good game. Talking about really good game, I was kind of hoping to play this before I did the pickups, but oh well. It is another Nintendo classic, Virtual Boy Wario Land. Now this game is incredible. This game is like the reason to have a Virtual Boy. So this is probably the best game on the system. The system is mainly novelty, I've got to admit, but we all want to get this game, and because of that the price is going quite ridiculous. Now I was expecting to get the Japanese one, because obviously Japanese ones are a bit cheaper. All my other ones are Japanese, so it would make sense for me to get a Japanese one. But another buddy of mine, he decided to sell up all his Virtual Boy stuff because he's going a different route and everything like that. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get this for a great price. So yeah, really thanks for that, mate. And yeah, this is all complete and everything. There's the Virtual Boy cartridge. I don't like opening them too much because I always damage stuff like this. But yeah, I will be getting this all boxed up, and I want to get this played sooner rather than later. Once my head's starting to feel a bit normal, I will be playing that soon. Next up, what should we have next up? So should we do PlayStation next? So also at Doncaster Market, Corbana was dishing out a few games that he's got as doubles, and I thought, you know what, I'll pick a couple up. So first up, we've got a crappy title here, Evo's Space Adventures. This is just a weird sort of, I don't know, can't remember. I have seen a lot of things about this, but I can't remember what it's like on the top of my head. I just thought it'd be quite cool to have. I like the fact it's called Evo Space Adventures, and it's called something completely different on the N64. I'm sure someone will be able to fill me in. Next up, 007 Racing. Now, I'm not a biggest 007 fan at all, but I do like kart racing games, so I thought that'd be quite fun to get. But the one that's really like the best thing, Siberia. Now, this is, I don't think it's like an expensive game or anything, but yeah, it's a really cool game that I've really wanted to get. I think I've played this on the PC back in the day. So yeah, cheers to that, Jim. These are fantastic. So yeah, next up, not from Jim, this is from the Car Booty Man. Now, I can remember Tootie talking about this on one of his pickups, and I always dismissed it. I always thought, yeah, it just looks like, I don't know, just cheesy 90s overload, but actually looks pretty good. It's sort of like a sort of modern version of Tempest, almost, sort of like tube, like a lot of tubes and like shooting and stuff like that. Looks actually a lot of fun. It's got music by Crystal Method, which is pretty cool. I've just noticed that now. And you can always tell the difference because it's kind of like looks a bit different on the spine. But what's cool about this one, I don't normally open stuff up, do I? But we've also got all the gubbins. But this, I don't think Tootie mentioned this. I don't know if he had this in his or not. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's a sticker of some kind. And it says, win a PlayStation and 5 of the coolest games around. All you have to do is send a photo of this sticker in the craziest place imaginable. Simply write your name and address to the back of this, and then there's the address. So heck, I might even do that. Like, how about like 20 years in the future? How strange is that? See if anyone responds. So yeah, some really cool games there. But yeah, the real prize for me, Point Blank 2 box set. Now, yeah, as some of you guys know, I'm going for the G-Con sets for the PlayStation. Absolutely love all the box art for this, and so much fun I've had. The only problem is it's ripped at the bottom, but I got a fairly good price. It wasn't the best. It's got the gun. The game is over here actually. So yeah, I've kind of got this ready just to straight put back up into the rack with the rest of them. Yeah, absolutely buzzing to get this. They're getting a lot harder to find, especially the later ones. Point Blank 3 is like near impossible. I've only seen it a couple of times, and then Ghoul Panic is the next one, which I nearly did buy just the box of the other day. But he wanted like a lot of money for it, and I was like, do I need it? I've seen the Ghoul Panic does come up every other month, I would say. Maybe a bit less than that, but this one comes up probably a bit less than Ghoul Panic. But Point Blank 3 is just like, I don't know, probably once a year or something. I really need to, next time I see it, I really need to jump on it. But in addition to that, from also Doncaster Market, Craig's here again. I got myself a Hyper Blaster, Japanese exclusive. Although this game did come out in America as well. But the box set is exclusive to Japan. Horned Owl. Now, I didn't really know about Horned Owl before, but this looks like a lot of fun. It's obviously a Konami shooter. This I did nearly buy this once before, but I missed out on it. And then I knew Craig had it, but this one was sealed. So I was like, I don't want to pay that much for a game I can't play. But do you know what? I'll keep it sealed. Do you know what? I might even open it and play it. It does look quite a lot of fun. I do love all these Japanese games, these Japanese shooters. But yeah, this is part of the Hyper Blaster series. Yeah, I don't think there is any other versions of the Hyper Blaster in boxes. So it's almost sort of like a PlayStation 1 officially licensed ones. Although I did watch on Retro Getter the other day. He was going around Doorway to Darkness, and they had a cool light gun set there for Time Crisis that was unofficial. But I might have to pop in and check it out, see if no one else has seen it before me. Oh, right, I need to have a bit of a breather. Bloody hell, this COVID has taken a bit out of me, to be honest, I've got to say. So next up, some people probably isn't gonna say that it's retro, but I've got myself a 360 game, Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Again, out with a game hunt with Corbana. Got this because I didn't realize that this is actually a 360 exclusive, so I got rid of mine and now I've got it back again. So yeah, this looks, I don't know, interesting, sort of like mystery solving. And yeah, there is other Sherlock Holmes on the PlayStation 3, but just not this one, I believe. I think that's exclusive. So next up, PC Engine. So I've been going on a bit of a PC Engine hype recently. Now, I've probably spoke to people, I've mentioned it a few times, but I didn't want to start collecting for the PC Engine. I was happy enough with my EverDrive and then maybe getting CDRs or something. But I've been looking more into PC Engine, and yeah, I'm enjoying playing it, so it'd be stupid for me not to get it. I'm slowly getting to all the games that I realistically want. So if I want to carry on collecting, I need to start collecting PC Engine. And here we are. So what have we got? So we've got Paranoia. This is a cool little shooter. Now the problem is with these games, you can't see anything on the back. But yeah, this card is over there with the rest of them. I actually have all my cards out loose, and I have them in like sort of like a card folder. So yeah, that is out ready to play. I played it. It's pretty cool actually. So I could really just play this with just the EverDrive, but yeah, I'm like I say, I'm just enjoying collecting again for these. So cool little artwork, cool little game. I'm not just going to get everything. Again, I kind of set myself like a little target of not spending over 30 quid unless it's something I really want. This one is one of them. This is Star Parodia. No, it doesn't say on this side. But yeah, this is basically PC Engine's version of Super Parodius. So how Parodius was for Gradius, this is for Superstar Soldier. So this is like based on a Superstar Soldier game, but like parody, where you fly around in a giant PC Engine. Yeah, this is really cool. You get a bit of, when it's a CD game, you do get graphics on the back to see what the game plays like and everything like that. And in case you've never seen inside before, this was again thanks to James Basabi James, who got me this for an incredibly cheap price. So thanks for that, mate. You've been getting me some right bargains just recently, but there's been quite a lot, to be honest. Just recently there's been a lot of bargains. It's actually cheaper in the UK because I guess no one's really looking at PC Engine at the moment, not as much. And this one again, I thought this was like £100 game, but I got this for 30 quid. Not put this in me lockup yet. Put it away, but yeah, this is I don't know, this card looks a little bit different than the rest for some reason. I'm hoping it's a proper real one, because why else was it so cheap? But yeah, this is again a really cool little shooter, a little bit different than some of the other ones. It's like, I wouldn't call it a cute, what's it called, a cute 'em up so much. It's more just like a kids one, but it has like really interesting mechanic where you sort of like cycle through your weapons, which not many other shooters actually do that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's quite competent, and again, for like 30 quid, you can't go wrong. Next up, a game that I've been semi looking out for, which is called Wonder Momo. Is it Wonder Momo? Can't remember. But yeah, this is sort of like a platformer. I don't think this is that's still in there. So it's one of the Namcot games. So yeah, this is really cool, like run and kick, run and kick game, as she is demonstrating there with a little can. But yeah, just quirky Japanese platformer. Really pleased to get this. Now this is the most expensive one I bought. This is one I've wanted for quite some time, and it is Macross. It's another CD one. It's a bit of advertisement for Ranma. So this is a shmup. It's not as good as the Super Nintendo one. I don't know which one came out first, but yeah, I just love that artwork. That just looks beautiful. I think I paid like 40 something quid for this. Like I say, it kind of went over my budget, but heck, if it's one of the games I really want, I don't mind doing it a little bit. But yeah, I bought this before from a seller on eBay. I say this one, it was another Macross game, and as soon as I bought it, I kind of had like a nagging thing in the back of my mind, and I was like, oh shit, I think it's the wrong one. Looked up quick, and it was like a strategy game instead of a shooter. It was another Macross game, something I love, Macross or something, I don't know. So I went to the seller and I contacted him like within an hour, and I was like, look, I don't want this game. Please, can I cancel the order? And I said, and I explained, I thought it was the shooter one and it's not. And he replied back about 4 or 5 days later saying, oh, sorry, I've not sent this out yet. I'm going to send it out now to you. It is the shooter. And so I got it back. I got it over, and I was like, this isn't the shooter. This isn't the right one. So I sent it back and I got a refund. So yeah, thankfully I didn't lose out on any money, but he just wasted a lot of time when he could have just cancelled it. I know it's not ideal for what I did, but I did cancel it in good time, sort of thing. So yeah, he was one of the biggest sellers. But yeah, finally got what I wanted, which is this. And then the last PC Engine game, we've got Vegwares, and it's sealed game. Now, I don't normally try to buy sealed games, but I seem to have a sealed game for every system. I did have another sealed PC Engine game, but I sold it for that reason. I think I sold it to Big Game Marley, sold it off again, the bastard. But yeah, this game, I've played it before and I couldn't get to grips with it, but I was watching the Shmup Junkie and he did a episode with all of the shooters on the PC Engine, and this came up on it, and it's sort of like, it's not really a shooter, it's sort of like a mech sort of game where you kind of like, it's almost like a platformer, but also a little bit not. So you can shoot both way in both directions. It's like kind of auto scrolling. It's a little bit clunky, but like, yeah, he put this in one of his top tier games. So yeah, I got this for, like I say, quite cheap. I think it was like 20 quid or some 20 something quid posted, which actually quite a good price, even if you take the seal off it. So yeah, really looking forward to giving this a quick blast. Next up, we're going into Sega, as some of us like to talk about. So I've been trying to sell this on eBay for a little bit from my car booty man, and it's always interested me. I've never heard of it before, but it is Spy Operation Espionage. Now, this isn't a cheap game, but I've never even heard of it before. So yeah, this looks pretty interesting. It's almost a sort of like Metal Gear Solid, but with menus. That's probably the best way to talk about it. By NEC as well, which is quite cool. Probably why it's got a bit of value to it. But yeah, this is quite cool. Look at that shiny disc. Yeah, that's about it. I love the artwork and stuff like that in it. That is probably what the biggest selling point for it for me. Oh, there isn't any artwork in there. That's boring. But yeah, he needs a case replacement and everything like that. But yeah, he had it up for quite some time. And I said, look, do you know what? Rather than drop it down in price again, I'll buy it for he gave me a good discount. So yeah. Next up, Sega Saturn game. I've not bought a Sega Saturn game for ages. So yeah, I got this one, and it's quite a cheap one. Again, the guy that bought the Wario, I bought Wario Land from, he's gone into the Sega Saturn route, and he picked this up, and I played the hell out of this on the PC, but I never knew there was a Sega Saturn version. So this is sort of like a FMV, what's it called, shooter, sort of like it's not greatest games or anything, but yeah, it's quite cool, and it's got a lot of like memory to me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this, and this is really cheap. This cost me like £9 posted from Japan. So yeah, and the cover art is really cool. So looking forward to putting this in my wall. Now I've got an extra shelf thanks to Dylan. And then yeah, the next couple of games, I'm sure I've got some other stuff missing, but never mind. We can show you that another time. We've got Mega CD games. So yeah, Corbana texted me to say there was a load of Mega CD games coming into his local CEX. He took the cream, and I got this. So yeah, I got BC Racers. To be honest, this is one of the games that I've really wanted. Something about it, I don't know. I like the artwork, and I love, like I say, I love kart racers. As you can see, it's from CEX. But yeah, great condition. The guy looked after, whoever had this before really looked after him. So yeah, this is basically Chuck Rock's version of kart racing. I think this is on the 3DO as well. But yeah, look, I mean, if you can look inside, it's got everything in there. So again, I'm really enjoying collecting for Mega CD, trying to stick to unique games rather than just getting everything. But yeah, I also got this. This is the last game now. We're on the last game. Thanks for getting through. This is Eternal Champions, Challenge from the Dark Side. Now, you probably heard me say that I'm only looking for unique games, and Eternal Champions is on the Mega Drive, but what a lot of people like don't realize is this is actually a sequel. I didn't realize this until probably a few years ago, where someone was talking about it, and saying actually it's quite a good game. And yeah, this isn't mega cheap either. This is quite expensive. A game from CEX. Corbana actually picked this up for me in advance for me. I sent him some money, and then when we came over to pick it up, I stayed over. We had a bit of a gaming night, me, Chili, and Corbana. And yeah, we had a few rounds of this, and it was quite a lot of fun actually. It's quite a competent fighter, and I always worried about fighters having like long load times in between, but actually no, it's quite quick. And yeah, I'm basically a god on NBA Jam. No one can get close to me at beating me on NBA Jam. I'm glad I've still got the skills after all these years. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching me talk about a load of crap I picked up. Don't know where I'm going to display all this. I don't know. If you got this far, yeah, go over to Red 7, import games and video games and go over to Champion 2D Rob, like awesome channels. Yeah, I don't know when the next time I'm going to do one of these is. Probably a couple of weeks. I have got some more stuff. But yeah, always getting more stuff. I can't stop. It's an addiction, isn't it? I've got some really nice stuff coming, but it's all like limited run shit. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Hopefully I'm a bit better by then as well.